I will right now visualize for you what we think are the best, most intriguing position groups, the fascinating ones you're going to be wanting to watch as camp is here. We're going to go 5-1 here. At 5, it's these Chiefs receivers. And I talked to Patrick about it. Here's what he told me about the depth, about the talent, about how this squad, this room comps to the ones that he's had in his career.
It's going to be hard to make cuts because we have so many great receivers that we could be 8, 9 deep, the guys I can see making the roster. And that's what you want. You want competition. And we have that. Brett Veach, Coach Reed have done a great job of bringing guys in. And they've been competing, and we're excited to get to St. Joe, Missouri, and go out there and compete and showcase who we are.
We love that you're excited to get to St. Joe, Missouri. The room is loaded, and not many people, I guess, are buying in, and there's so much hilarious, weird negativity. And the only, I'm not really hearing how they could be done or not competitive or not come out of the AFC. Rashee Rice, he's going to serve a suspension. We know that. That's a knock. It might be one of those that sort of gives other guys and the depth in that room an opportunity, much coveted, much, sacred, hard to get opportunities to step up, get some experience, build some chemistry with your quarterback. I don't know. I'm expecting huge things out of Xavier Worthy. He was just on the show too. A healthy Hollywood Brown. They just didn't have these guys. A really interesting one is Jalen Royals. Very much have my eye on him. He's a 4th rounder, Utah State, big yak guy. We know he was on the eyes of Jordan Love, but he, of course, goes to, he can make the plays in the middle of the field that we're thinking that Rashee was going to step up and make. So I think he's going to be a standout, and he's got a great shot to do that. I hope he does a lot with it. And then there's all these funny, interesting, fascinating, intriguing questions can Sky Moore, can he put it all together? I feel like we've been saying his name for a long time. He's had his moments. He's got the talent. My eyes are glued on St. Joe's and the receiver room, and of course the tight ends. Everyone thinks that Travis Kelce's done. It's hilarious. And if you do, by the way, look at Patrick passing yards. Let me look at it right now. 4,500 right now on FanDuel Sportsbook. That is Hamilton. I have a knife for some reason because I was cutting these stems off these flowers right here. Let me tell you about that line. 4,500, is it?
Please put the knife down. Yeah, 4,500.
That's pathetic. And I think he's going to crush that. So I would hit the over, not the under. Over on FanDuel Sportsbook. Okay, let's move on. Number 4 on my list of most intriguing position groups heading into camp. I'm going to go Colts quarterbacks. This is a battle. Anthony Richardson, completely, people are out on him. He's so young, whatever. Daniel Jones, people have been out on him since day one. These are 2 guys that have nothing but the sky to hit because the bar is under the earth's crust, okay? DJ got a little bit of an advantage during OTAs because Anthony's got a shoulder, but AR is supposed to be fully loaded and ready to go in camp. So he's 23. I'll say it for the 19th billionth time here on the show. And this is just a good old-fashioned QB competition. And it's more interesting than a lot of the other ones going on because they're in a playoff spot. They've been in the mix. They're that's what their sights are set. They've had a lack of stability in a lot of places. They don't right now. If one of these guys can just take charge, be consistent, I want it to be a little bit of a competition for a day and a half, and then I want one to just take it. One or the other, okay? The otherworldly upside of Anthony Richardson, I love that. That would be ideal that he wins this outright. If he doesn't, I'll be a little bit disappointed. But, Daniel, we've seen Daniel take a team to the postseason if he's got a good team and a great run game supporting him. So I'm not writing him off either. Either way, FanDuel has odds. Week 1 start in Indy. Anthony's slight favorite at -120. They've been neck and neck. I don't want it to be neck and neck. Somebody blow the other one out of the water after a beginning of intrigue those first couple of days. Okay, number 3 on my list. 5 most intriguing position groups right now. I'm going to go Chargers wideouts. Mike Williams, happy retirement. awesome. Has won me so many fantasy leagues and trips to the playoffs, and great guy and always fun and was always great to talk to. But now if you look at what happens, like this gives the opportunity for guys outside of Ladd McConkey. Like we cannot give Ladd McConkey the ball anymore. In fact, we might want to like take the ball off his shoulders a little bit. There's unknowns here, you know, and I don't think it's a bad thing for Justin Herbert because there's so much talent in this room. Trey Harris, one of our faves here on the show, he's at the Bull. He's making big grabs. He's a second rounder and he was a star at Ole Miss. I expect big things. And you know, they've got to get that done. Fellow rookie 5th rounder, Keandre Lambert-Smith. This is the kid out of Auburn, okay? I'm seeing headlines here in LA. He's a bit of a deep threat. And I know that we want consistency out of Quentin. Can we finally get there? Can we, you know, he made a play. Look, right, do we have it? The play that, look at this, watch this. In those creepy sunglasses. Yeah, that's a guy who wants to go down and score. That's beautiful. Okay, he flashes his potential like that consistently. We're in this thing, baby. I know they're going to be a little more run heavy. I get that. It worked to get them to the playoffs. But for them to get where we want them to go, passing game has to open up more for a deep run here and does put pressure on these young receivers. And I hope that they run up and get their thing done. By the way, Herbert's line for passing on FanDuel Sportsbook, 36.50.5. That's disrespectful. Over on that. Don't forget what they've got in that room. At number 2, my most intriguing position groups heading into camp, Broncos running backs. Okay. Been talking to this. We were all over Coach Sean Payton, who's been a little quiet, a little bit of a madman. I think he's feeling peak confident. I think he's ready to run people the F over in the AFC. They had a rookie quarterback. They had a running back room that ranked in the bottom 10 in yards per carry, and they made the upgrades. It's going to be interesting how the split shakes out because given the man's history, J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey, Jaleel, they're all going to see time. It's going to be this and that and 1A, 1B, and it's going to be an absolute fantasy disaster. It's going to be an over-under disaster. I'd actually avoid it on FanDuel Sportsbook. I really would. But I want to see who ends up carrying the share out of camp. You'd have to think Dobbins has an edge with the experience. He's healthy. Harvey's explosive. He's versatile. He's shown something off in the passing game. I don't know. Their win total. This is the word. What was it last year, Matthew? 6.5.
It was 5.5.
That's so gross. That's so greasy.
Yeah.
That is actually insane. Okay. So it was 5.5 this year. I'm seeing it right now. It's 9.5 as you're seeing on your screen. They won 10 games last year. 10 games and made all these upgrades. They have the number 1 defense in the land. Okay. And this running back room is a big reason why I would absolutely go hit that over. These are good. These are great. I didn't see where any of these things were on FanDuel Sportsbook this morning. This is insane. Okay, at number 1, did you see Odell lacing up in Giants gear, running routes out there? Did you see that? What's Odell doing? I don't know what's going on there, but we're going to the Giants for our number 1 most intriguing position group. And it's, of course, the quarterback room. This is the one I'd like Netflix to make a movie of. From a personality standpoint alone, it's very interesting. In-season Hard Knocks on the NFC East. I hope it's literally 89% on that quarterback room and then 11% on everybody else. Football-wise, Russell showed some good things last year in Pittsburgh. Dable's system is going to obviously put him into position to shine. Can Jackson Dart push him? How much can Dart push him for that starting job? I don't believe that Dart has it in him to just sit and be like, I'm going to take notes on what's going on. I'm going to sit and learn. No. They're saying they're bringing him along slowly. No, he's going to try to go take that spot from Russell.